What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So one of the most long-awaited new features launched with the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, and upcoming iPhone 10 is wireless charging. The iPhone for the last few years has had an aluminum housing, which doesn't exactly support wireless charging abilities, but with the new glass-backed iPhones, wireless charging is finally possible from Apple. Yes, Android phones have had this feature since something like 2013, so congratulations Apple, welcome to the past. I will say though that I'm so happy Apple decided to just adopt the Qi standard, which is the most widely used form of wireless charging for mobile devices right now, instead of doing something proprietary and unique like they always do. Because of this, there are countless Qi wireless charging pads on the market that are fully compatible and ready to use for the iPhone. If you walk into an Apple store right now though, these two charging bases from Belkin and Mophie are what you'll find for sale. The Mophie Wireless Charging Base and the Belkin Boost Up wireless charging pad. The Belkin retails for $60, which is quite a lot of money, so let's go ahead and see what it's all about. Pulling open the box, you can see the fairly large Belkin charging pad in a really clean white color, and on top of the base you'll see the rubber strip that obviously helps keep the phone from sliding off the base, and a rubber foot on the bottom that keeps the base nice and secure on the table. The Belkin comes with its own AC power adapter included in the box, with a long enough cable for plugging in from a distance, but the larger plug end might take up a bit of space on whatever outlet this thing gets plugged into, which is a little annoying. While the smaller 4.7-inch iPhone 8 fits pretty comfortably on this one, I would say that since this charging pad is a bit bigger, it might be better suited for the iPhone 8 Plus, but either way, both phones sit well on it. The rubber keeps the phone in place, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is charge the phone, obviously. Pretty much as simple as it gets. There's also a small green LED indicator that lets you know the base is plugged in and charging the phone. The other option is Mophie's Wireless Charging Base, which also retails for $60 and comes in that matte black color. And right off the bat, you'll notice that this charging base is quite a bit smaller than the Belkin one, but fairly similar, with a bunch of rubber on the top to keep the phone in place and make sure that the back doesn't get scratched, and a full rubber bottom to keep from sliding around on a table. Once again, Mophie's charger also uses AC power with an included plug, and the brick on the end of this one is smaller-ish, but just kind of a different shape, so it doesn't take up any less space really than Belkin's. The smaller charging surface on this one I think fits the smaller iPhone 8 better, but the 8 Plus still works perfectly fine and sits on it really well. Mophie's base also has an LED indicator, which for some reason is on the bottom underneath everything, which seems like it defeats the purpose. Side by side, you can really see the size difference. Mophie's base is 3.8 inches in diameter, while Belkin's is 4.7 inches. But like I said, no matter how large the surface area is, both phones fit comfortably on both bases. And both of these bases do come in either black or white, so if you want the smaller Mophie one in white, for example, you can get that option. Generally speaking, these guys are relatively small and compact and don't take up too much space on the table or desk. And while some people might debate the necessity in having wireless charging at all, I will say that in my own experience, it's nice to just have the ability to pop my iPhone on the base without having to worry about messing with a cable. And also, lightning cables aren't the most durable things in the world, so if you get one of these, you really won't have to deal with lightning cables again. I think one of the most common questions people ask in regards to wireless charging is whether or not a case on your phone affects anything, and the answer to that is no. I have yet to find a case that interferes with wireless charging. I've tried a couple UAG cases, OtterBox, LifeProof, different materials, different thickness, and all of the cases work perfectly fine. So between the Mophie and the Belkin, they're both great options. They're simple, they're high quality, they do what they're supposed to do. Since they are the same price and do the exact same thing, namely charge at 7.5 watts, really the only differentiating factor between the two is the size of them. Personally, I might go with the smaller Mophie one, but that's just my thought. However, I'll also say that with these two charging bases, while good options in general, I wouldn't exactly recommend either of them, and here's why. At $60, they're expensive, that's no secret, and you can buy countless other Qi charging pads for way cheaper, like $10 to $20 even. The Qi standard has been around for a while, and every accessory manufacturer, big and small, probably offers a charging base. So you have countless options, and seriously, I would just go with one of the cheaper ones you might see because they're all basically going to be the same. With that being said though, I have one more recommendation. The current Qi standard is 7.5 watts, but soon the newest Qi 1.2 standard will be more widespread at 15 watts. And Apple says that through a firmware update, they'll probably be able to support Qi 1.2. So be on the lookout for that in the coming months. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what wireless charging base you're using if you have one. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.